When I tell them I say about 90% of the youths who are unemployed and things. But it's not something so hard to understand because the reality is that if people are not employed, they're not generating certain amount of income. Remember that you can't eat money though, you know. It's just that money has certain functions. And so the function of money will allow them to buy certain things that they cannot provide for themselves. And when you have high levels of unemployment, and you have high levels of unemployment, especially amongst women. And why is that a concern? When you look at the data from Statin suggests that the poorest, what they call quintile, they divide the country into 5 areas. The poorest quintile, which is quintile 5, tend to be households headed by women with about 4 children in rural communities. Rural communities have the highest incidence of poverty, but just the greatest abundance of natural unused resources that can generate wealth. The family structure with the highest level of income and the smallest amount of members in the family tend to be quintile 1. Those are either male-headed households or households headed by man and woman and 1 child. That's quintile 1, and they tend to be prevalent mostly in urban communities, in the urban areas. So note then, the highest incidence of poverty affects women, but these women are usually what? Unemployed. So therein you find the answer to your question. Because when you have high level of unemployment and you have children to feed, this is what happens. That's why enough of them end up being in nefarious activities. And them say about trying to eat a food. I'm going to use the means that we get because remember, you know, as a youth, when I just left Georges, I'm telling myself, so what you know, I'm not run going no school thing. I take some time off from school, you know. Did there for a while and like my mother said, what you know, you must go do A, B, C, D, E. And she actually sent an application to a place for I to get her work. But she couldn't put her address on it. It's a different address she put on it. Because a jungle I grow. And you know, so I got the place the first day I got to work there. I go there and there was a kind of industrial vibes that go on. The people them that demonstrate. I'm find the man who was the director. So I just got there now, you know. I mean, I did the interview and I got through the work and I got in up on the first day. And then I have the demonstration, the lockdown. I see the man who was the executive director decides to walk going into the building even though the people might demonstrate. But him never know, say, I just come from all school, you know, and in our head, I tell you, it's beer, Bob Marley music, flow by hill, I talk about certain. But just lock up the whole place, everybody lock up the man in that building, man. Get some steel and lock him up inside of the place. I say, you can't be doing that. You can't do that because you can't have the people might demonstrate for more pay and train the director now you gone inside of the place. You know, it's fireman, they have used to come cut off the steel off of the workplace. But I'm saying, we create unnecessary sufferation on the people. And with the highs of unemployment, which is usually amongst the poorest people, it becomes more difficult. And it has so many negative multiplier effects. And you know what the biggest problem with all of that? None of those people, none of those youths that you see out there involved in all kind of foolishness or what I call foolishness, sit on any boards that make decisions that affect their lives in the way it affect them. None. And so people like myself now, we have some organization that will sit and criticize those youths, not recognizing or accepting the reality that it's our decisions based on cause and effect that cause that reality. And it's what happens now. Even though them feel them up, they're not free. Because I'm going to tell you, these people who make these decisions, when you go to their yard, they have more burglar bar in them yard than on a GP. They live in a virtual prison. They come out of one prison which is them yard, without some king alarm and some other alarm you don't even need because nobody ever block your place. Your vehicle, windows always wound up and it bolt, lock. They leave and go to our workplace. We have a security guard, you have a big gate, a security guard, and a number of other barriers. So you tell me say he's a free person. You're not saying a free person. You live in an imprisoned space where you're free to walk about in that prison space. You're not free if you just go slung on the road and do what you want to do. So it's an illusion. So in reality, when we do things that make it hard for other people, based on of cause and effect, it also makes it hard for us as well. Because you cannot live as though you know you're supposed to live. And the only reason is happening because some of the man them just excessively greedy. There's no shortage of money in Jamaica. There's no shortage of anything that we need in Jamaica. So why is that? Some people suffer. And Jamaica one of the greatest variance between the rich and the poor, you know. in terms of who have income and who don't have income. But one thing for sure, there's a lot of money in Jamaica. Because you do not get a lot of investors coming into a country where they're not going to make any money. So why ask my Jamaican live in Jamaica to try to make money? The place with the highest incidence of violence, them claim, was Mobile. And you want go and look and check that we have the highest incidence of investment in business. If it's not the same movie.
Yeah, you see them have it as the #1 city.
Yes, Alright. So check it. And check the amount of violence from St. James. So man them create some different worlds for you. It's wickedness, man.